The Harry Perkins Institute is not a building. It's a belief system. A single, motivating belief that together we are reaching forward to the incredible medical solutions we know are possible in the future, and gently but firmly pulling them closer to today. We call it Bringing Tomorrow Closer, and we're doing it in 3 key ways. 1, by seeing ourselves not as individual medical experts detached from the everyday, but as a vital pillar of the current health system, solving the important and immediate health problems of our time. By working together in this unifying, involved way, the Perkins isn't just about delivering a benefit to future generations. We are having a direct impact on the now, elevating the quality of our healthcare in Western Australia today.
The thing about the Perkins is it's a group of people who are working hard towards one goal, and that is to improve health. And that's a pretty exciting target.
If you don't have good research, you don't get good clinicians. And if you don't have good clinicians, you don't have good clinical care. So it's a virtuous cycle. So we're actually key to the delivery of health in this state.
The best place to be ill is when you have the most active research environment. The best place to be ill is when you come into hospital with a condition and you are given the opportunity to participate in a clinical trial with the latest treatments. That environment will have the best doctors, the best care and the best outcome.
2, by bringing doctors, researchers and patients together for faster translation from theory to reality. This approach ensures scientists at the Perkins start with the right questions and address the most relevant biological problems. In turn, doctors are empowered to see things that aren't always visible and use equipment they don't always use. Critically, this speeds up our ability to translate scientific findings into healthcare practice.
It's the collaboration and the complementarity of skill sets that really makes for great research.
One of the biggest problems is how do I get to talk to the most important clinician in a given space? Our people now have a connection into that.
I think everybody who works in the Perkins is very clear that their aim is to make people's health better. That's why I keep emphasising the fact that we're so close to the hospitals and to the patients. It's a very important relationship.
Pure scientists who haven't got a clinical background ask questions that are different to me, and I ask questions that are different to them. And together we'll conquer the big questions that are put in front of us. I have absolutely no doubt about that.
3, by maintaining a focus on fundamental biology. The Perkins investigates biology at a cellular and subcellular level, understanding the basic building blocks of life. This means many of our findings can be translated across all disease types. And by working together, we can translate these discoveries into healthcare miracles that can get out of the labs and into the hospitals faster.
I look at what we undertake in medical research as essentially reverse engineering the human body and all of its complexity as we see it.
Like if you have a car which has broken down and you have no clue where to start to fix it, you need to go to mechanics, and only the mechanic knows the little screws, right? And only if you know the detail, the fine print, you can fix it. And I think that's the very same with biology. Only if we start investigating the fine print, we actually understand the disease.
We are pioneers and explorers and discoverers and voyagers. That's what we love about our mission. We are searching for things unseen that we know in our soul are out there. It's an exciting and highly motivating goal.
Whenever I sit at a microscope and I look down the microscope, I see something which no one has seen before. I still get goosebumps. That's what it is. You know, I look in the microscope, I have sort of, my stomach tightens.
The concept of scientists being explorers, that's exactly what they are, because they're looking at things that no one else has before. Now, it may be at infinitesimally small level, like a dot on a map, but unless you have that dot, you can't see the whole map. You might have bits around it, but ultimately it's a jigsaw puzzle. And so we will hopefully generate parts of the puzzle that others can also bring together, and maybe we're the ones who come up with the one, put it all together and it becomes the total picture. Or others, it doesn't actually matter. It's ultimately is that a patient will benefit from all the work.
Even if it's for our grandchildren, it's worth it.
We need to be invested in our lives. We need to be invested in the future of our children and the future of our children's children.
This is not science for science sake. This is science for the community's sake. And every discovery we make to reduce suffering of the community and prevent disease, so they're both inextricably combined, in my view.
And it's not a trivial process, of course, but the complexity is slowly being broken down systematically by more modern tools, more modern capabilities.
So the future will be a bench to bedside, bedside to bench, bench to bedside, and that may occur in different cycles and need refinement, but this is what needs to happen, right? And that's where the progress will be.
So when you're next addressing a seminar, or even just chatting with someone at a weekend barbecue, tell them the Perkins is not just a 5-star medical research facility housing world-class scientists and researchers. It is one single, united team, sharing one purpose and pursuing one common goal, bringing tomorrow closer.